Studio, number 9 Dr. East Street, Northridge. This is Newsline. Well, it's 10:30 p.m. and the news has just begun. Good evening and welcome to Newsline on Metro TV. We're live on DSTV, channel 277. We're also streaming live on Facebook at Metro News and also on Twitter at Metro TV GH. My name is Moro Awudu. Coming up this evening, the Bank of Ghana declines invitation to help with parliamentary investigations into revocation of banking licenses. Meanwhile, some members of parliament are livid. Tonight, we'll be speaking to a member of parliament within the Legal Affairs Committee. Also in this bulletin, minority in parliament say they have been vindicated after Transport Minister reveals the Ghana Airport Company Limited would only receive $1.1 million from Frontiers Health Services out of the $17.3 million realized from COVID-19 tests at the airport between September 10 to December 2020. Newsline is always brought to you by Delta Paper, producers of Flora disposable tissue. I will be right back.
Do not drop that winners. The fight is still on. Constant disinfection is still very pivotal in the fight against COVID-19. Call and expect today on 020-300-4055 or 050-126-5426 to ensure your space is disinfected.
Blood gives life. Life is very important. Let's donate blood to save lives. On Saturday, 19 June 2021, Ignite Media, Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM is humbly inviting you to blood donation exercise. Come donate and save a life. The donation will take place at Metro TV's premises on Dr. East Street, close to Alisa Hotel at Northridge in Accra. The blood donation exercise will start at 7 a.m. It is in commemoration of the World Blood Donation Day. Join us to save lives as we donate blood for the blood bank. This exercise is in partnership with Blue Skies, Pharma Nova, and 3Fair. Share blood to save a life.
For people like
and welcome back to the news program. So our first story, where the Ministry of Health has responded to allegations that they bought overpriced COVID vaccines through middlemen. In a statement copied to the media, the ministry said the government of Ghana bought the vaccines from the open market and not directly from the Russian manufacturers. The issue of the role of intermediates buying vaccines was raised recently as the middleman located in the UAE was caught selling Sputnik vaccines to Ghana and Pakistan at double the original price. The story was first reported by Norwegian newspaper Gang, which cited Ghana for purchasing Russian-made vaccine at $19 when the factory-known price was $10. Marcus Tobesian is the lead investigator.
It was the Ministry of Finance. So we were granted an interview with the Ministry of Finance in which they confirmed that they had been buying the vaccines at a price of $19 per dose. It should be noted, though, that though the initial deal said 3.4 million doses, that has later been reduced. The Finance Minister now says that Ghana has agreed to pay for 300,000 doses and they have an option on another million doses. But he sees that as a backup plan if other contingencies, such as the Johnson & Johnson vaccines, were not to be delivered.
On Monday, the World Health Organization warned of the danger of buying overpriced vaccines from intermediaries, reminding those countries should buy vaccines certified by the WHO and make sure to identify the origin of the product
or contact the manufacturer to make sure that the intermediate is legal.
We have advised back to countries, and is to contact the manufacturer to make sure that the intermediate is legal, right? Because there is also the other side of this, because there's a lot of substandard and falsified COVID products being commercialized out there.
As the debate in Ghana heightened, the Ministry of Health called for calm as it prepares an official statement on the matter. Even before government official response, Chairman of Parliament's Health Committee, Dr. Awudu, defended government's decision to enter into multiple agreements with foreign companies for the purchase of COVID-19 vaccines at competitively higher cost.
As far as it is, about 7 companies have letters and various prices ranging between $12 to $19. So if the impression is created as if it is one company and it is created as if it is 19, the other question then is that what happens to the other people who quoted 12, those who quoted lower than $19, and who for some reason all of them have not been able to deliver?
This, however, did not sit well with NDC's Communications Director, Sami Jemfi.
The reason why I am describing this as perhaps the most stinking corruption scandal ever witnessed in the history of this country is that I have not come across any country. Currently, the facts show that about 70 countries have bought the Sputnik V vaccine for their people.
Dr. Friye will still defend the price, as he stated that the companies which quoted less than $19 have not delivered till date. On Thursday, the Health Ministry, in a statement signed by its Chief Director, Kwabna Boadu Oku-Afari, indicated that the $10 price per dose, which is being proposed as the correct price, is the ex-factory price, which is only obtained from government-to-government arrangements, and that the government of Ghana was unable to obtain direct supplies from the Russian government, as stated earlier. Hence, the resort to the market. According to the ministry, the initial price quoted for the vaccine was $25, but it was negotiated downward to $19. They further explained that at the time of the negotiation for the deal, there was scarcity or non-availability of the vaccines on the market. The ministry added that Ghana had also been informed by COVAX that the AstraZeneca vaccines would not arrive till the end of June 2021, so the officials were torn between accepting the price or face the situation of the seller withdrawing from the negotiations.
Now, the Minister for Transport, Kweku Esiama, has disclosed that an amount of $17.3 million was realized between September and December 2020 from the COVID-19 testing at the Kotoka International Airport. Now, out of this amount, $16.2 million was retained by Frontiers Health Services, while the Ghana Airports Company received $1.1 million, an amount that the minority in Parliament is insisting is a rip-off to the country.
Minister of Transport, Kweku Esiama, made this known to the House on Thursday, following a question by the minority leader through his deputy James Avigi, who demanded to know how much has been made from the COVID-19 testing exercise at the Kotoka International Airport. The minister also explained that the contract between the Ghana Airports Company and Frontiers Health Services stipulated a ratio of $10 to $140 out of the $150 testing fee.
The Ghana Airport Company Limited, on the other hand, received $1,157,300 for the same period as royalties accruing for COVID-19 testing.
Per the contractual agreement, Ghana Airport Company is supposed to receive $10 of royalty per each test done, and Frontier Health Service was to keep the rest as their service charge.
That Ghana Airport Company rent their space in square meters to their client. That's exactly what they did. But in terms of the actual space, in terms of, because I will not be able to provide it now, but I will cross-check. This is a House of Records. I do not want to mention any that the members will say that tomorrow. So, if permission is granted, I'll come back to the House, give it actual square meters that they give to Frontier Service.
Member of Parliament for South Roxin Dafiamapo, however, thinks the whole deal is a rip-off.
What were the circumstances under which this agreement was entered into with Frontiers, even at a time when Frontiers had no demonstrable experience in these lab matters? Because the evidence we later discovered was that the company was established about June last year or July last year, and by August they had been given the job to do. The minister has come to Parliament to say that a contract that this country entered into with Frontiers, a contract that is supposed to generate as much as $150 per every test, per every COVID test, this country earns only $10.
The Bank of Ghana has declined an invitation to appear before Parliament to assist it with investigations over the revocation of the banking licenses of Unibank and UT Bank. Writing through its lawyers, Benchi Echil Lecha and Ankoma, the central bank, explained that the petitioners, Prince Kofi Amoabeng and Dr. Kwabena Dufour, the owners of the two banks, seek to procure Parliament to review decisions that it has taken. The Bank of Ghana further explained that this decision was taken according to its statutory powers under the Banks and Specialized Deposit Taking Institutions Act, that's 2016, Act 930. There's more in this report.
The BSDT Act provides how persons who are aggrieved with such decisions may seek redress for their grievances, and the prescribed resolution mechanisms do not include recourse to Parliament. The Central Bank says the two bank owners, through petitioning Speaker Alban Gbagbin, have invited the legislature to issue instructions to it in performance of its constitutionally mandated duty of promoting economic development and the efficient operation of a banking and a credit system in the country. This Bank of Ghana argue is contrary to Section 3.2 and Section 4.1a of the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, Act 613. The Central Bank's response comes after Mr. Kofi Amoabeng and Dr. Kwabena Dufour petitioned Parliament to probe Bank of Ghana's conduct and the Ghana Stock Exchange over the withdrawal of their banking licenses. The petitioners, amongst others, also asked Parliament to order Bank of Ghana to restore their license. Parliament, after setting up a 7-member committee to probe the issues, asked the Central Bank to file a response to the petition. But in a detailed response through its lawyers, the bank observed it will not participate in the investigation being conducted by Parliament, arguing the probe flies in the face of the Constitution.
We're hoping to speak to the Parliament's Legal Affairs Committee member, that's Roxin Dafiamapo, to talk to us more about this particular development. As and when we get through to him, we'll be speaking to him. In the meantime, the Director of Elections of the National Democratic Congress, Elvis Efrie Ankra, has cited the continuous declaration of wrong results by the Electoral Commission and what he considers as protection by the Supreme Court as some of the basis of mistrust in the current leadership of the Jean Mensah-led Electoral Commission. He was speaking to Metro News' Shadrach Odami Ejari when he was asked to respond to the latest human security report from the National Security.
For the EU Observer report states clearly that the EC were not transparent in many respects, and they were very opaque in terms of their collaboration with political parties. We've had 7 elections in this country, and in all these instances, the EC collaborated with the various political parties, and but this particular one, they've become very, very intransigent. There was an opportunity for the EC to redeem itself at the Supreme Court. If they had mounted the witness box, if they had allowed us to examine the documents that form the basis of the declaration of the results, results that were declared, at least minimum of 3 times different set of results, all having mistakes, it would have given Ghanaians the opportunity to know what actually went on. But unfortunately, the Supreme Court protected them. And so naturally there will be mistrust, because how can you declare results and you make mistakes? You correct the mistakes and there are mistakes in the correction. Then you correct those mistakes, there are still mistakes in the correction. You have an opportunity in court, come and explain to us the basis, and you say you won't come, or the court says you shouldn't come. Let us examine the documents that form the basis of the declaration. You said that the court says no. let's interrogate you and ask questions on some of the issues. The court says no. So naturally, there will be mistrust, and it's very dangerous for our democracy.
President Akufo-Addo has presented a list of his cabinet ministers for his second term. Like his first term, 19 ministers of state will form his cabinet in the second term. Apart from the Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Monitoring and Evaluation, Ministry of Regional Reorganization and Development, and the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives, all other ministries that featured in the 2017 cabinet have representation in the new cabinet. Now, on your screen shortly will be the list of ministers who made the lists. And as you can see, we have Ken Ofori-Atta, that's number 1, as the Minister for Finance. And then number 2, you have Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen, who's the Minister for Trade and Industry. Number 3, you have Honorable Dominic Nitiwu, Minister for Defense. Honorable Ambrose Derry, Minister for Interior. Number 5, Shirley Ayoko-Botwe, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Number 6, Godfrey Diabo-Adame, Minister for Attorney General and Minister for Justice. And then number 7, you have Dr. Owusu Efriye Akoto, Minister for Food and Agriculture. And then the 8th one, Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Minister for Energy. Number 9, Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, who is the Minister for Education. And then number 10, Honorable Kweku Agyeman-Menu, he's the Minister for Health. Number 11, Honorable Osechi Mensah-Bonsu, Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, and the list goes on and on till 19. So number 12, you have Honorable Daniel Botwe, Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. You have number 13, Honorable Samuel Abdullahi Jinapor, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Number 14, Cecilia Abenadapa, Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources. 15, Honorable John Peter Amewu, Minister for Railway Development. And then number 16, Honorable Ignatius Bafuewa, he is the Minister for Employment and Labor Relations. Number 17, Honorable Mavis Hawa-Kumsin, she is the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development. And 18, Alhaji Ibrahim Awale Muhammad, Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture. And then number 19, Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye, Minister for Works and Housing. So I've just walked you through the 19 cabinet minister as been presented by the presidents. And now to our next story where, the once crystal clear river Ankobra became polluted and turned brown years ago due to the activities of illegal mining along one of the country's major rivers. Now, River Ankobra seems to be going back to its original state. And the residents of Ankobra in the western region are commending government Operation HALT, which is aimed at clamping down on illegal miners across the country. According to them, the work of the team seems to be getting the much anticipated results. Metro News' Henry Kwesi-Boadu, who is part of the Metro News Galamsey campaign dubbed Galamsey Impact, visited the community and has the rest of the story.
River Ankobra has been the source of livelihood for the many communities along its banks. Large quantities of fishes from the once clean river provided income to fishermen and everybody in the distribution chain. According to residents here, the water was clean and full of life until the river became a hub for illegal mining. The good old days were gone, and in the last 15 years or more, the river looked brownish, sometimes murky, as the river, which flows about 190 kilometers south to the Gulf of Guinea, was reduced only to a gold washing medium. But the story looks different after government's renewed fight against illegal mining with Operation HALT, which is aimed at clamping down on the activities of galamseyers. The once heavily polluted river Ankobra is gradually returning to its former glory. 40-year-old Inda Ezia is a fisherman and a resident of Ankobra, a community in the Lemble district of the Western region. He tells me residents living along the Ankobra River have for years cried over the polluted nature of the river and now can heave a sigh of relief as the river is returning to its original state.
Was a first in the name and cry. It's a Gramson Mabant on one since soon. Then the Gina, as from Bar, a core operation or Sunudu, a core bomb, a quite a show, machine and to say how they Sunisawab and Dadan. They say a core a quarter down by a chinam, a two net will move once way, Yachinam, deserve near Saka in Suno.
Catch him first now walk in Suno than I say,
come Carson Kunamno. ibu o component na no matter terms na ni na kamsa na kuamu kuna no mo hina o ma bobo utumi ne unyibi.
Okay. Na next work or so who the excavators why they no block no.
They no block kwano. No mo sinsu no kura mutu excavator po mutu fans no do ko. Mo sinsu no kura.
Na oya wo hu na abed no we won so
no say dey ntumi nya hwe say me menye soja ni menye police ni
this ya so no be how many days in no started or sesa
o be 4 days ni say me 4 days ni this is nani I fine.
When was the last time e ko nso no do
o be 3 days ni
na e ko ene hu de
o ma hu de nso asesa
ese wo ko ene hu de wo ko ye de wo ko show machines
and wo ko wa show machines nyina mo sisi that's what much chibi mpo mo de mo akọ
nti enwu de ma ban re no won show machines na de na he na worry
and mpo yam do.
They hope government effort will be sustained to ensure their source of livelihood is protected. Henry Kwesi Bedu, Metro News, Ankoba.
Well, that's a piece of good news there, isn't it? Well, the staff and students of Bankomine Senior High School in the Sechere East District of the Ashanti region struggle to get access to potable water for their daily activities. Now, aside this, the school lacks adequate infrastructure like toilet facilities, administration block, dining hall, and inadequate accommodation for staff. They are calling on government to intervene. The Ashanti regional correspondent Abdel Basit Sulaiman has filed this report, read to you.
Bankomine Senior High School in the Sechere East District of the Ashanti region was built by chiefs and people of Banko as a community day school in 2006 and was absorbed by government in 2012 into the main public educational system. The school has over 1,200 students, but the challenges there are numerous. It is difficult getting access to potable water. The nearest borehole is about 1 kilometer away, and this often results in students reporting to class late. The school also has no toilet facility, and students therefore resort to open defecation. These came to light when a US-based Ghanaian medical practitioner, Dr. Jemima Kodua, who is a native of Banko, and a team of experts organized a young empowerment seminar, a special initiative targeted at young men and women to dialogue on challenges confronting the contemporary student.
Don't follow your friend because your friend is doing a course and you think you want to sit together, you're going to go to a classroom because you want to do the thing together. It does not work that way in a high school. Okay? You go to individual of whatever your focus is. But you have to first find what you want to do. Because what you want to do, you can do it better if you know.
A former Minister of Energy and lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Otinya J. urged the students to have a clear vision and focus on the career progression with a sense of perseverance.
If your focus is that you want to do electrical engineering, you want to do mechanical engineering, you want to do civil engineering, most of the courses are common.
The assistant headmaster of the school, Wisdom Komla Agbelevo, appealed to government and benevolent organizations to come to the aid of the school.
We pleaded with authorities and benevolent concern that if they can, they should do it as a matter of urgency to provide them with at least water and then toilet facilities.
Some of the students spoke with Metro News about challenges they go through in accessing potable water.
If it was not for God's intervention, maybe a student could have been hit by a car. So we plead with anyone to come to our aid and provide us water on campus so that we don't have to be going out. And our toilet facilities are few. We have some, but then they are few and we can't use them. So we have to be using the bushes, and which is very dangerous. You can get hit by an animal. Maybe you step on a snake or something.
We are really suffering. Sometimes during class studies, we have to cross roads to other people's houses to go and fetch water, and we are really suffering.
We need the government. We need a plea of the government to come and build us a mega borehole.
The National Chief Imam, Sheikh Usman Nur Shaributu, is urging Muslims to fully participate in the upcoming population housing census to enable government equitable allocate resource for the development of deprived Muslim communities. The National Chief Imam joined other leaders of the various Islamic sects to collectively begin a campaign to urge Muslims to avail themselves for the all-important national exercise.
Servers will on June 27, 2021 begin the 2021 population and housing census across the country. The exercise will run till July 11, 2021 and is meant to generate data that will be used for decision making and planning for the development of the nation and its citizens. The 2021 population census stakeholder engagement organized by the Light Foundation brought together the National Chief Imam, Sheikh Osman Nuhu Sharbutu, leaders from the various Islamic sects and civil society organizations, a trainer from the Ghana Statistical Service, Dr. Nasiba Swala Tahiru, and a lecturer at the University of Ghana and chairman of the occasion, Dr. Haruna Zagun Zaid, urged Ghanaian Muslims to avail themselves for the exercise.
Population and housing census is for both Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians. Any person who finds him or herself alive on our reference date, which is the 27th night of this June. If you were in Ghana on that day, whether you were sleeping in front of somebody's shop, you were in a bus station, you are a foreigner or a Ghanaian, you will be counted.
Well, this is what we bring to an end tonight's edition of Newsline. My name is Moro Awudu. I hope you had a great time because I did. Remember, Newsline was brought to you by Delta Paper, producers of Flora disposable tissue. Newsline certainly will be back tomorrow.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.